we have some Sooners to look at that we're going to do sooner rather than later. Yeah. Okay. All righty. I'm done with that. Cooper Mays, what should the people do out there if they want to be a part of the program weekdays at 10 a.m.? And I encourage those that watch clips of the program, be sure and watch the whole thing because there's a lot of information in there. So you want to watch the whole thing, set aside 2 hours of your day right now.
Cooper Mays here. Hit like and subscribe.
All right, Coop, what down?
Coop here. First down.
What sooner do I need to watch?
All right, we're going to start with the one weapon they have on offense who could actually be a threat right now. They're wrecked at wide receiver. But Deion Burks has 22 catches for 169 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had all 3 touchdown catches in their opener against Temple, but in terms of yards, he's gotten better each game, had 7 catches for 80 yards last week. Tennessee secondary, still somewhat improving. If anybody's going to test it, it's Deion Burks.
Deion Burks, and give me the fourth since we got 4 downs and 5 players.
And you said fourth the way Lou Holtz would say fourth right there. I heard
Fourth. Fourth down.
Fourth is this. I actually could have him higher because he's the quarterback of the defense, and I'm talking about Danny Stutzman for the middle linebacker for Oklahoma. Leads the team in total tackles with 33 and solo tackles with 31. Brent Venables, for those who don't know his defense, uses many different coverage schemes and confusing coverage stunts to catch quarterbacks off guard. And the middle linebacker is right at the heart of that. And so that's Danny Stutzman's going to be the heart of trying to confuse Nico Iamaleava. And so Tennessee needs to be prepared for everything he's doing in that game.
He most often goes, it's funny you bring that up, and we'll talk about it a little bit, but he most oftentimes goes to one over the top free safety, which opens a certain something up, which we'll discuss later. Which sooner are we talking about next? Brought to you by Sports Treasures in North Knoxville, carrying over 5 million sports treasures and so much more. Follow for the latest on Facebook for the best sports memorabilia daily updates.
Cooper Mays here. Second down.
All right, who's next?
All right, so going to the secondary, both Connie Walker and Des Malone, the 2 cornerbacks, they are both lockdown corners, Dave. So
doesn't Connie Walker sound like it would be somebody in a 70s sitcom like Laverne and Shirley, like Connie and Georgiana or something?
Kind of does, but he's amazing. So, so he's been tested more than Des Malone this year so far, which is why he has 3 pass deflections and an interception, but he's the better one of the 2. So I got him on there instead of Des Malone. Lockdown corner. Look, if Nico Iamaleava is going to be a Heisman guy, Dave, and you and I still project it. Part of being a Heisman guy is being able to target superstar cornerbacks and being able to beat them, right? One-on-one.
Yes.
It's like part of being a great pitcher is being willing to pitch to Barry Bonds on steroids and strike him out, isn't it?
Yes. How about a police drama? Connie and the Mac.
Tennessee center Cooper Mays here. Third down.
I don't know why I think that's such a funny name. Who's next on the Sooners to watch? Because I'm telling you, their defense is very good.
And this is where you're going to have your fun because R. Mason Thomas.
Okay. R. Mason Thomas. That's his name. Do we know what the R stands for?
I actually don't, funny enough.
Okay. Well, I did a little research, and
It's not a period, so I think it's just an R. I think it's just
he does not like a period after it. So it's just R. Literally R. Mason Thomas. Now we can make fun of his name if you can make fun of his name. I'm not making fun of anybody. So you can make fun of his name if you want to, but he won the Bronco Nagurski Award last week for taking over the game against Tulane, which was very losable headed into the 4th quarter. What did R do? R. Mason Thomas, he's a 4-star recruit from Florida, by the way. His dad played for the Gators, but he goes and has 3 sacks in 1 quarter, forces a fumble, recovers a fumble, has another quarterback hurry. It was an absolute wrecking ball at the end of the game. So, Caleb, he's a guy like James Spears that could change the whole face of the game if he's not accounted for. Now, he's worked his way to that point, and I'm kind of wondering, was it because they were playing Tulane and he was fresh? I don't really know, but if he plays like he did against Tulane, against Tennessee, then you've got a totally different game than what you and I are thinking could happen.
Yes, our Mason Thomas is the biggest threat on defense. He has been the most productive of all the defensive players on either side of the ball this year. He was getting a lot of pressure before that quarter when he exploded. I'm mad about it because it cost me, because I picked Tulane to cover the 13-point spread, and without our Mason Thomas, they would have covered that 13-point spread, but Oklahoma ended up winning by 15. So I needed to, I broke my TV and started crying in my underwear out of anger because all of that college money you guys were sending me for Quincy just went right out the window. But I'm kidding. I'm joking. But yes, he is incredible. And also, look, Tennessee's tackles are good, but they're raw. And they've had, can I safely say, Dave, they've had some gaffes on the year?
Yes. Now, I want to say what the R stands for. Here's what the R stands for, and it's brought to you by Rick Terry Jewelry Design. Rick Terry and Jewelry Design's nice enough to bring us the Rick Terry Great 8 Challenge, which means just by being a free member of Hooker's Corner that you can be in line to win, that you can be in line to win a Garmin watch worth over $1,000. All you have to do is be a free member of Hooker's Corner. The QR code's right there. Now, if you want to be a paid member, we'd love that for $9.98 a month, and you get increased recruiting coverage, and you also get more interaction with me and Caleb Calhoun. So you can be a paid member and you'll be eligible for the monthly prizes, which is a pick six glossies of Tennessee's defensive backs autographed by the Vols. You can be in that drawing, which we will hold tomorrow, actually, as we approach the end of the month. Or you can, it's next Friday, or you can just be a free member, just be free, and you'll be, once we hit 8,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a Garmin watch. All right, so here's the explanation why he's named R. Okay, I'm being serious, Caleb. I'm not making fun of anyone's name, okay? This is a kid.
I'm listening. I'm ready.
This is a kid. Quote, it doesn't stand for anything. It doesn't stand for anything, said Thomas. Instead of Thomas said, you wanted to be more active, to the writer that wrote this. It doesn't stand for anything. Some people put a period there. My first name is R. Mason. There's a space in between the capital R and the capital M. My mom didn't want me to be an R name, like Richard or Raymond. But on her side of the family, there's a lot of R names. Dad, her grandfather, my uncle, her brother. Even his son's name starts with an R. She didn't want an R name, but she wanted to keep the R going. So she made it R. Mason.
Okay, sound logic. Sound logic.
It's the most absurd thing I've ever heard of. I'm sorry. Come on.
I mean, it is, but I'm not going to say anything. Some people take family seriously. But yes.
So you see my name down at the bottom of the corner. What is my name?
D. Davis Hooker. Well, we all know hookers love D.
I don't know what that means. Unless he sees Center.
All right, C. Jacob Calhoun. What do you got?
My little brother's name is Jacob.
Oh, cool. All right.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. His name is my name, too. Literally, we can sing that song because his name's John Jacob Calhoun. Mine's John Caleb Calhoun.
That's very strange. Hit like and subscribe if you think that's odd and that Caleb's parents should have avoided such nonsense. That's like
my dad listens to the show, by the way.
That would be, yeah. Well, Mr. Calhoun, you got to switch that up. Same thing with me. I wouldn't name my daughter Ima. All right, Coop.
All SEC Center Cooper Mays here.
All right. Let's go, Caleb. Who's number one?
Number one
is it Jackson Arnold?
Is obviously Jackson Arnold. He leads the team in passing and rushing. He's everything that Tennessee hoped Nico Iamaleava will be. That's exactly what Oklahoma fans hope he will be. So he's obviously got to be number one. I don't know if he can live up to it yet. It's been hit and miss with him early, but in his defense, he's had little help. But Tennessee's going to have to contain him, which is why I said Keenan Peele was the most important defensive player yesterday in this game. So, but Tennessee, yeah, they're going to have to. Jackson Arnold can give them problems if they're not careful, and they're going to have to be careful on that.
I agree. He's better than Grayson McCall, which is the best quarterback that Tennessee has seen to this point. But he's definitely not even in, I would say, the elite quarterbacks you would throw out there to me based off play and what I've seen. Be like Shedeur Sanders, Nico, Carson Beck, those type of guys. He's not even close to that. And I don't think he's in the great category. I think he's in the very good category. Is that fair?
No, totally fair. Totally fair to say. I totally agree with you on that. I think he could be great. I mean, I'm not sure I'm not sure they should have run off Dylan Gabriel for him though. But early on it looked like
I don't really know the backstory. Did they run him off or did Oregon pay more money?
They ran him off. They wanted Jackson Arnold from the start. The same way Josh Heupel ran off every quarterback on Tennessee's roster to try to make room for Joe Milton in 2021. They ran off Dylan Gabriel. And they were going with Jackson Arnold the whole time. And so
Interesting.
it was so
I don't know why they did that. I mean, Dylan Gabriel, it seems like both parties would have been better off if they would have stayed together.
Yeah, but they wanted Jackson Arnold.
Okay. Strange. Maybe he's better than we think.